So what I need everybody in class's help to catch me, Mr. Larson, if ever I say raise your hand, I want somebody to catch me and say, Mr. Larson, you said no more raising hands. Okay? So it's a new rule in our classroom, no more raising your hands. From now on, instead, I'm going to have you turn and talk to the partner that is next to your answers instead. Okay? Or we'll be saying the answers all together. Does everybody understand?
Yeah.
Show me a thumbs up if you understand that. I'm also going to need your help. If I ever ask you to raise your hand, you should be like, oh, Mr. Larson said no more raising hands. It's going to take a while to get used to, and I still might say, okay, somebody raise their hand if they have the answer. I need you to catch me and say, no, Mr. Larson, no more raising hands. Does that sound okay to you?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Thank you for coming up. I really appreciate it. This morning we went over our objectives that we're learning this week. I'm sorry that I wasn't here yesterday to explain to you the objectives, but the first objective that we have is we are going to, do you want me to go get it for you? Okay, I'll go get it. And I'm going to stick it right here because this is the nearest magnet that I have. If you look up there in the purple box where it says reading, it says I can find main idea and supporting details. Our classroom objective is going to be I can paraphrase a partner's answer. And then our second classroom one that I just added today is I can use precision partnering. Everybody say precision partnering.
Precision partnering.
Show me a thumbs up if you're ready to go for precision partnering this morning. This is what precision partnering is. It's where you're sitting next to somebody, and I'm going to have one person at a time teach the partner next to them. There's 4 steps when we do precision partnering. Everybody hold up a 4. I want you to say step number 1.
Step number 1
is look. Everybody say look.
Look.
So you're going to look at your partner. Everybody say step number 2.
Step number 2.
You're going to lean. You're going to lean in towards your partner. Everybody say step number 3.
Step number 3.
You're going to listen. Listen carefully and respond. Everybody say step number 4.
Step number 4.
That's low voice. I also have heard it called library voice. Raise your hand if you've been in a library. Oh, nobody caught me? Everybody's been in a library. We're not going to do raise your hand. Make sure you catch me. So today we're going to be talking about precision partnering. What I want right now is if can I have Rami and Epiphany demonstrate for us? So can you guys both turn around, please? I want everybody turn all the way around so that you're facing everybody behind. So keep turning. Okay, so what I want the class to say is step number 1.
Step number 1
is look at your partner. Can you two both look at your partner? Step number 2 is, everybody say step number 2.
Step number 2
is lean in towards your partner a little bit. It doesn't need to be a lot, just a little bit, so that you can hear, so you can kind of whisper talk to your partner. Everybody say step number 3.
Step number 3.
That's going to be listening. There's really no way that we can demonstrate that right now. We'll get to that in a little bit. Everybody say step number 4.
Step number 4.
Say low voice. And we don't need them to demonstrate that right now. So this is what precision partnering looks like. You're going to see people that are looking at each other and leaning in closely. Will you go ahead and practice that once, please, while these two turn back around? Practice that. Can you lean in and look at your partner? It might be a little weird right away, but you'll get used to it when somebody's talking. You'll understand. Class?
Yes.
Okay, so far we've gone through the 4 ways for precision partnering. So we look at our partner. Rian, we're talking about precision partnering today, okay? First step is look. Second step is
lean.
Third step is
listen.
And fourth step is
low voice.
I like that you did it like that with a low voice. Very nice. So here's what I'm going to need. Everybody who's in the aisle section right here, right down the aisle, so that'll be you, and you. You're going to be partner number 1. Hold up a 1. Okay? Oh, You're not in the aisle. Only aisle people. Okay, you can put the ones down. Everybody who's on the outside, that would be you people out here, will you hold up a 2? You all are going to be partner 2 all week. So the rest of the week, you all are partner number 2. The rest of the week, you all are partner number 1. Here's how precision partnering works. I'm going to say partner number 1, turn and teach your neighbor what the 4 steps of precision partnering are. And then I'm going to do the old normal teach, and you're going to do,
Okay.
if you are partner number 1, you are going to look, lean. Partner number 2, you're going to listen. And you're going to use a low voice. Got it? Here we go. Let's practice this once. Partner number 1, will you turn and teach partner number 2? So this will be these people. Turn and teach partner number 2 what the 4 steps of precision partnering are. Teach.
Okay.
Look, lean, and listen, please.
Precision partnering are: number 1 is look, number 2 is lead, number 3 is listen, and number 4 is low voice.
What I should have seen right there is I should have seen everybody who's here and everybody who's out here. You should have looked, and I did see people lean in a little bit so that you can use a soft voice. And I saw partner number 2's listening. Should partner number 2 have been talking? No. No talking for partner number 2. Got it? If you're the partner who's listening, you need no talking. You need to be listening. So let's try this again. I'm going to have partner number 2 turn and teach partner number 1 what the 4 steps to precision partnering are. Teach.
Okay.
Precision. The 4 steps of precision partnering are look, lean, listen, and low voice.
Looks like most people are ready to go. I think everybody's got it down. Will you give yourself a 10-finger woo?
Woo!
Thank you so much for following along with me. I think we kind of have the general picture of what precision partnering is. Here's the second and the most important part of precision partnering is this step right here. Everybody say step number 3.
Step number 3.
Listen.
Listen.
This is how we're going to listen this year. When you're listening, you're going to have a job. Say, uh-oh, a job.
Uh-oh, a job.
Yeah, a job. Your job is going to be paraphrasing. Everybody say paraphrasing.
Paraphrasing.
Say, what's paraphrasing?
What's paraphrasing?
That's where you're going to put what your partner teaches you in your own words. Oh, yep, that is definitely one of our our weekly objectives. In the classroom, I can paraphrase a partner's answer. Okay, everybody say, here we go.
Here we go.
Paraphrasing. When you're listening to your partner, you have a job to do. You need to listen to what they're saying so that you can paraphrase their answer. Which means saying their answer in your own words. Can you copy exactly what they say?
No.
No, that's a big no-no. You need to say what your partner said, but use your own words. It's called paraphrase. Everybody say it one more time, say paraphrase.
Paraphrase.
And I did you a big favor because I really like you guys. I helped you out a little bit. I have 3 different prompts that you need to start your sentences with when you're paraphrasing. Okay? The first one is, so in other words, you think that blank. Another one you could use is, if I understand you correctly, Madeline, you believe blank. The third one is, so what I hear you saying, Leah, is that blank. Okay? So let's try this one time. If you're partner number 2, you are going to be the listener first. People here, nod your heads. People here, nod your heads. You're going to be the listening job first, which means you're going to need to paraphrase. Partner number 1, we're going to look, lean, and listen to partner number 2. We're going to tell them what we did over the weekend. You can tell them as much as you want, but when I ring the bell, that's going to be time for you to stop And then partner number 2 is going to paraphrase back to you, starting with one of these. Does everybody understand? Here we go. Partner number 1. Will you please share with partner number 2 what you did this weekend? Got it? Teach!
Okay.
Partner number 2 should not be talking.
Like an early Halloween festival. And I ate some cookies.
Partner number 1, stop talking. Partner number 2, it's your turn to paraphrase and start with one of these right here. So it's paraphrase back to them what they just told you they did this weekend. Go ahead. So in other words,
I went to my dad's farm with his mom and dad, my grandma and grandpa, and I had a birthday party with my cousins.
And then you did a lot of things.
You went to...
I am impressed. I can tell people are listening and following along with me. So will you please give your partner a 10-finger woo? Woo! Not everybody did it. Let's try it again. Give your partner a 10-finger woo! Woo! Thank you guys. This time we're going to switch roles because I want partner number 1 to get some practice at having the job of paraphrasing. If your job is paraphrasing, you're going to really need to be listening, aren't you? Partner number 2, show me a thumbs up if you noticed that. You're going to really need to be listening to what your partner's telling you that they did this weekend. Because when I ring the bell, right away, I want partner number 1 to share back in their own words or paraphrasing what partner number 2 did this weekend. Here we go. Let's try this again. Partner number 1, I want you to look, lean, and listen. And tell your partner number... Did I say 1? Now I'm getting it all mumble-jumbled. Partner number 2 on the outside. Will you tell partner number 1 what you did this weekend? Partner number 2, be ready to listen because you're going to need to paraphrase, which means you're going to start with one of these. Got it? Partner number 2, share with partner number 1 what you did this weekend. Teach!
Okay, this
Madison, and we jumped on the trampoline and we ate some pretzels and cheese. And it's my friend's house.
Partner number 1, don't say anything yet.
And then we played those games and watched TV and their phones. That's what she does.
Right away, I want partner number 2 or partner number 1 to use one of these paraphrasing prompts and then tell your partner number 2 what they did this weekend. Go ahead. Start with one of these. So you can either say, so in other words, blank, you did this. Or you could say, if I understand you correctly, you did this. Or what I heard you saying was you did this. Go ahead.
So, in other words, you think that we went to a birthday party, your cousin's birthday party, right?
I can tell that we need more practice at this. I was walking around and I heard a lot of partner number 1 saying, so in other words, you think that... Does that sound a little bit... Oh, here's what I heard. So in other words, you think that you went to your grandpa and grandma's this weekend? Does that sound right?
No.
No, so you don't need to read this exactly because that doesn't make any sense. So if you're talking about what you did this weekend, you could just say, so in other words, you went to your grandpa and grandma's this weekend. Okay? Let's try this one more time. Partner number 1, think about, or everybody in the class, think about Edward Tulane. We've been reading it, and I know you didn't read it yesterday. That's because I didn't want to get left behind in the book. I didn't want you to read on without me. Partner number 1 and 2, right now, will you please think of, so right now, Edward Tulane is back on the road. He's on the road with the little boy. Oh, Edward Tulane, I forgot he got smacked on the head when he got dropped. And then everything went blank, and then he was, we don't know if he was dreaming yet.
We thought that he was dreaming.
What I want you to think right now is, was he dreaming, or did that actually happen? And then I need you to tell your partner why you think that. Think. to share first to partner number 2. Partner number 2, I'm going to have you paraphrase what partner number 1 said in a little bit. Partner number 1, go ahead and share. Teach!
Okay, I think Edward Tulane was dreaming because that actually happened. I don't think he could actually fly or could actually talk.
I'm thinking because it was only
That's basically why he was like, and he was.
Make sure you tell them why you think that. Okay, class.
Yes.
If you were partner number 2 listening right there, now it's your turn to paraphrase. Everybody say paraphrase.
paraphrase.
Right now, before you start talking, partner number 2, pick which one you're going to use. So in other words, you think that Edward Tulane blank. Or, if I understand you correctly, you believe blank. Or, what I hear you saying is blank. Partner number 2s, you need to start with one of these. Will you please paraphrase what partner number 1 said back to them? Teach!
What I hear you saying is you said
Why?
that because he couldn't fly move because he's just a China rabbit.
Class?
Yes.
That time, I am blown away by how hard everybody was listening and thinking. When you're listening and thinking, you are getting smarter. And I couldn't believe how respectful people were being by looking and leaning and listening. Very, very respectful. Today, the objective that you just learned was, I can paraphrase a partner's answer. If you think that you can paraphrase a partner's answer probably the rest of the week, will you show me a thumbs up? If you think, I might need a little bit more practice at this, show me a thumb sideways. If you're like, I have no idea what Mr. Larson was doing this whole time, show me a thumbs down. Thank you for being honest with me. I'm seeing a lot of thumbs up, a few thumbs sideways, which means people might need a little bit more practice. We can practice this again tomorrow. Turn and give your partner a high five and say, hey, good job.
Hey, good job.
Okay, will everybody turn, and will you look at the first objective in the purple box?